Hey, Shalom, Shalom, and stuff. Souls by giving no praise to Yahweh, Shem, El Shah, Shem, Kakodash, double honors to the apostles of GMS, and honors to brothers in the work of the Most High in truth and in sincerity. This one's inspired from one of the apostles was basically covering, I believe it was Apostle Ramla was covering something that would you call these cats, man? These RUIC cats. Basically, one of them said the Most High doesn't honor that marriage. And I heard, I was like, what? Right, because this here is the scripture that just cuts that to the point. And basically, what the guy from RUIC was saying was, if you basically have a woman, right, and then you marry her according to our law, right, which is which is the righteous law of the Most High, right, and that is the basically you have sex with her according to Exodus 22:16 says, and if a man entice a maid that is not betrothed and lie with her, he shall surely endow her to be his wife, right? So that is our law, and our law is above the laws of Esau, right? Because our law is righteous, right? It makes me think of the scripture, was it First Corinthians 6, when it speaks about how, if you have let me read this. This is First Corinthians 6, 1, dare any of you having a matter against another go to the law before the unjust and not before the saints, right? So, basically saying like if you have a issue with a brother, basically like going to Esau, right, to resolve that issue, right? And that's basically what this IURC guy was saying. He was basically saying, you have a issue with issue, but you want to join onto your woman, you have to have it done before the law, by the law of the unjust and not before the law of the saints, right? It just makes no sense, why anyone would say that. In fact, let me grab this, man. I remember when I first came and started reading the scriptures regularly, this was one of my favorite precepts, man. All right, so Matthew 22:29, it says, Yahushua answered and said unto them, ye do err, not knowing the scriptures nor the true power of the Most High. Right, and this is a spirit, because when Yahushua said this, he was actually being asked questions regarding marriage. Okay, the actors here were basically trying to catch Yahushua out. This is the side actors being the Sadducees there, right? So the Sadducees were trying to catch Yahushua out, and he was like, "Look, man, you do not know in the scriptures nor the power of the Most High, right? Just like how anyone who says that is not knowing the power of the Most High nor the scriptures, right? That basically the law doesn't recognize a marriage unless it's done but with the marriage contract. So does that then mean that all marriages before the time of Esau weren't valid? Is that basically what these men are trying to say? Right? You see the flaws in their arguments, okay? It's Matthew 19:4. It says, and he answered and said unto them, have you not read that he which made them at the beginning made them male and female? And for this cause shall a man leave father and mother and shall cleave to his wife, and they twain shall be one flesh. Wherefore they are no more twain, but one flesh. Right? What therefore the Most High hath joined together, what therefore the Most High hath married, right? To join together is marriage. So what the Most High has married, let no man put asunder. When the spirits has come out, because even as I'm doing this video, I'm pretty sure I did a video on touching on marriage not too long ago. There's literally the last couple of days. I believe I've brought the scripture out maybe once or twice now this week, right? But basically, what the Most High hath joined together, right, isn't literally the Most High has. If you're with a woman, the Most High made you with that woman, right? From the foundation of the earth, that was the woman that you was meant to be with right now, right? And depending on the kind of, this is how you might just have someone that you're with, till the wheels come off. Ultimately, that's all of us ultimately. But this that sentiment of like, in this world you might be dealing with a chick, but in your spirit, she's going to dip soon, right? Your Lord just gave you a squeeze for a time and a time, but even that, the Lord gave you that squeeze for a time and a time, right? So, basically when you and your woman, how do you become one flesh? You quote know each other, right? You have sex, right? You put your spirit on her, right? And that's why this whole adultery is so damn gay, because them men that are into that woman, into that woman because of the spirit that her partner has put on her, man. Right? There'll be certain things that she does that she's learned and picked up from him. Okay. So I'll read that again, Matthew 19:6. Wherefore there are no more twain, so there are no more two people, right, but one flesh, right? It says, what therefore the Most High hath joined together, what therefore the Most High hath married, let no man put asunder. So it's the Most High that marries you, right? It is ordained, right? We have women that we're going to get in the kingdom and aim before that time, because Isaiah 4:1, right? But they those women, they are ordained for us, right? And they are ordained to have eyes only for us, right? In the kingdom, they're only ever gonna know us, right? But I know, I mean, have sex with, okay? So that is what the Most High hath chosen as and has set up as marriage. This is Genesis 24:67. And Isaac brought her into his mother Sarah's tent and took Rebekah, and she became his wife, and he loved her. And Isaac was comforted after his mother's death, right? So if you notice, it says, and she became his wife, right? So Rebekah became Isaac's wife when he lay down with her, when he had sex with her, right? And that's it. Because sex is marriage. It's not that deep, okay? These guys trying to force you to have, some, legally binding marriage in Esau's kingdom. They're going off, man. Right? We ain't supposed to be doing those things there, man. Right? Now, yes, some brothers may have been married to their women before they came in. Yeah, it is what it is. Right? And there may be very, very extenuating circumstances where you may have to do that, but that's an extenuating circumstances, like the mother of your children's not able to stay in the country unless you there's force, but that's forcing your hand, right? But you going out your way to say, oh, I'm gonna go to Esau and then he's gonna sign this contract, blah blah blah. It's just like, what are you doing, Esau? I mean, it's not what you're doing, but bear you ye of your father the devil, right? We ain't supposed to be once we wearing this truth, willingly going to this devil, for things, right? Yeah, there are certain things that we have to do, right? Get driver's license, passports, right? We have to do those things. And like I said, there'll be very, very few extenuating circumstances, right, where E forces your hand. Like I gave an example, you might, your woman might be from another country, you got kids with her, and then E saying, he's gonna, kick her out, whatever. You could say that's an extenuating circumstance. That's like, brothers in that situation. Hey, look, man, that's what it is, right? But for you to be willingly going out there and do that, that's not the right spirit, man. That's not the right spirit at all, right? Especially in these last days, because in fact, and let's remember what time we're in. This is Matthew 24:36, right? But of the day and hour knoweth no man, no, not the angels of heaven, but my Father only. But as the days of Noah were, so shall the coming of the Son of Man be. For as in the days that were before the flood, they were eating and drinking, marrying and giving in marriage, until the day that Noah entered into the ark, right? So just like in the times of Noah, our people gonna be, having a good time, being, marrying, doing all these things, but were none the wiser to the hell and destruction that was about to come. Because that's what it says there, knew not until the flood came and took them all away. So also shall the coming of the Son of Man be, right? And us here, mentally, spiritually, we're getting prepared, for the hell that having a woman is gonna bring you in these times. Because if she ain't if she ain't of the right mind, it's gonna be a hindrance, and the Lord is gonna take away from you anyway. Why? Because the days coming are evil, right? That's why the Lord puts a spirit on us so that we may be around our wives. You might be like, I don't, I don't, I feel like you're not really here, because in truth we're not, right? This is First Corinthians 7 and 29. This is, but this I say, brethren, the time is short. The time is short. So what manner of persons ought we to be in all holy conversation and godliness? Right? But this I say, brethren, the time is short. It remaineth that both they that have wives be as though they had none. And I think that's, that perfectly sums up the point. This is John 3:27. Just like Yakanan answered and said, a man can receive nothing except to be given him from heaven, right? So you can't get anything unless the Most High gives it to you, right? So Sirach 36:24, he that getteth a wife, right, beginneth the possession. And who did get it from? Yahweh, right? There's a help like unto himself and a pillar of rest, right? So, hey, you don't, you go get yourself a wife, but it's the Most High that makes that thing work, okay? Because you might see the woman, but the Most High may have made it such that she was betrothed to someone else. But if the Most High has it such that it all works out and you actually lay with her, guess what? It's the Most High that did that. A man can receive nothing except to be given him from the Most High, right? Given him from heaven, right? So, the moral of the story is the Most High recognizes the marriage of just sex with someone from your nation, right? If she's a heathen, then hey, that's your concubine. But the Most High is the one that put that whole thing together, is put that whole arrangement together. And no, you ain't supposed to be going out there just getting married for getting married's sake. Okay, that spirit, that's not the spirit we're in right now. We're in a spirit of this is the Sirach, Ecclesiastes in the Old Testament, right? Books called the Old Testament.
Sorry, I didn't understand.
Excuse that, these AIs, man. Right, but Ecclesiastes in the Old Testament speaks about, the a time for everything, and now ain't the time to be marrying. Okay, so though, a Lord will ask Edfan, till next time I say Shalom.